So, friends, can you hear clearly in the back? You have been listening to these things for a long, long time. And I hope you have been seeing the truth of it all. Ultimately, you are the truth. Now, if I ask you a question, today it is really hitting my head. I wanted to share with you. Relax and listen in a very simple way. Don't try to break your head, okay? See, this is a small brick, a part of a brick. While going there, one of our boys, he brought me this, just like that. Yeah, what is this? I said, what is this? What is a brick? He said, yes. And he laughed and went away. I am asking you the same question. What is this? Please tell. What is this? Huh? What is that? I can't hear.
Piece of a brick.
Piece of a brick. Okay. Just think of a brick, okay? All of you participate. You may not be speaking, but just wake up, okay? It's a brick. How old is this brick? How old is this brick? What shall you say? Right. The difference between enthusiasm and if you know the answer, tell. If you don't know the answer, of course you keep quiet. Just because I want to, so that you reveal your wisdom or stupidity, both way. If I say, how old is this? What shall you say?
I don't know.
Somebody says, I don't know. Somebody says 5 years, 10 years. And this brick is made out of, what is this brick made out of? Is gold, diamond or clay? Clay. How old is the clay? Think. Speaking in million years is not even a fraction of a second, million. You understand what million is? Can you go back? Millions and millions of years old clay appears to be 1 year old brick. What is new about the brick?
It's shaped off.
Now feel, now don't answer. Feel it. The brick is a form, new form. But the clay, timeless. Millions of years, as old as the earth is. In this room, what is the oldest thing you can see? Answer. In this room, what is the oldest thing you can see? Just feel it. What shall you say? You look at the furnitures. Oh, maybe this sculpture is very old. maybe whatever thing you name, a fan or tree or whatever you see. But in reality, the space, the room is no room unless there is space. You put up the walls. Walls are not ancient. Walls are exactly 1990 we started building this ashram. 10 plus 26, 36-year-old. Walls are 36-year-old. The space, millions of years old. Then why it came? This morning, as I was brushing my teeth, and then, you naturally you open your mouth to throw it out. Suddenly a thought comes. The space inside my mouth and the space in this room, how old are they? Don't ask why that thought came. The thought came. The space inside my mouth, space inside your mouth, and space that you are sitting in, how old are they? So when you say, I am 10-year-old, you are not taking the space in your mouth into account. When you say you, are you talking about your body or no? Are you not talking about your head? Are you not talking about your mouth, your face? So space also is included. This is what perhaps in our Bhagavatam, the story when the Krishna was eating some mud and the mother said, open your mouth, or he was eating some butter. That you are taking this butter, show me your mouth, open your mouth, open your mouth. When the child opens his mouth, the mother faints because she sees the whole universe spinning around it. A body which is so young, maybe 1-year-old, 15-year-old, 100-year-old, the space without which the body cannot be created, how many year old? Between your fingers, the space is there. Ear hole, inside your ear also space is there. Stomach also space is there. If there is no space, no surgeon can cut it open. But there is no space, no. Do you understand? How old? This little piece of brick, very new. Like the sound, very fresh. Silence, how old? Every moment, friends, you will be in meditation if you understand this. How these thoughts come? I can't say, you can't say. But one thing I can say, you be yourself who you are. Be with the timeless. Timeless thoughts will come. You be with my brother is doing that, my husband is like a rascal like that, my girl is like that, my boy is like that, my money is not there, my brother is not there. You shall have tremendous creative thoughts. So understand why are you miserable? Any individual. You have the ancient most content of existence. Yet you are stuck on a body which is few years old. Think of it. What you see? Trees, animals, birds, road, cars. Who sees the space? How old is the space? You visit place to see a new township. You visit some places to see somebody's new house. What is new about it? The content is all ancient, space. The oldest thing in this house, the room in which you are sitting down, space. Listen. So as even outside, friends, you cannot show me an object, fresh, old, middle-aged, 1 day old or 1 million year old. You cannot show me the object which is not surrounded by the space. You don't know when it started. Just that much you think. See of it. Can you sit down one day and try to feel the age of the space? AGE, not EDGE. Even edge of the space also you can try. If you think of the space in your mouth, how old it is? If this is a gross physical thing, because these thoughts came up, that's why I insisted today to give that talk, what I am giving the talk, the name I have given. The experience, everything capital letter, always is. Experiences, small e, small x, experiences. How to present it? Understand? All of us are experiencing. We'll play on that word, I'll connect it up. All of us are experiencing. What does it mean to experience? Okay? What begins first? Relatively. The clay or the earth or the what is that, this brick or the clay? Definitely clay. Clay or the space? Earth is a planet. It has a time. Like sun is a dwarf star and a young star, and it is growing old. One day it will die. Like many stars die, constellations die, Milky Way dies. Have you thought in the terms of the life of the stars? We are so worried about this life of my own body or somebody. My son gone, my daughter gone, my dog passed away. What people make out of it? Dog's marriage, things that people do. The sun is a dwarf star, not even a giant star. Like millions of earth can go into a sun, millions of suns can go into giant stars. And such stars are billions and trillions. No words will be enough. The whole physical universe. If you think in those terms, how much shall you be worried about your little body? Yes, you have to worry about a little body, because without this little body, you shall have no chance to contemplate upon the vastness of the universe. So body has to be taken care. But the body is not everlasting. And the body has no sense of being born, and body has no sense of being dead. Body has no sense of being, dying or being alive. It has no sense of being a child or growing to be young and growing to be old. body doesn't know. The body has no such sense in that. And this physical universe, now we have access to this universe because of our body. Without the physical body, can you have the access to the physical universe? That when you sleep to your body, you sleep to your universe. Are you getting that? The moment we are asleep to the body, we are asleep to the universe. Universe cannot get crash. And this physical body was one day born. That everybody knows. But we are not there to look at our own birth. The body was born. Listen carefully. And this body, when this body was born, the child is born, the body is equipped with all the sense organs. 5 sense organs are here. Sound, you can listen. Touch, the skin. Sight, the eyes. Taste. Tasting the taste, then smell. These 5 sense organs are there. The moment they are born, they start functioning or they wait. You purchase a cell phone, any electronic gadget, they will say, put the battery. Unless you put the battery, the fellow will not work. Here is already programmed, charged for life. The heart has started pumping and it shall pump non-stop continuously for 70, 80 and if you are a marathon runner, 100 years. Centenarian plus. And the heart doesn't take casual leave. If it takes a leave for a minute, you are out for the day. Finish. What is the battery put there? Circulation doesn't stop. Breathing doesn't stop. Functioning doesn't stop. The idea of I see is not there, but seeing is there. Touching, listening, sounds, touching, seeing, tasting, everything is already active. And each one of these things, in our adult language, we call it experiencing. Right? Are you listening to me? When you say you are listening to me, you are experiencing me speaking to you, you are experiencing the sound of my speech. You are experiencing. Suppose I stop speaking, are you still experiencing the listening or not? You are still experiencing the listening. I cannot give you the experiencing. I can provide the fodder for your experience by speaking, by singing, and Shruti or Apashruti. I can do. Ring a bell. Create different type of sounds. I can provide, are you getting that point? Where provide the fodder for your experiencing the sound. But experiencing the listening, Can I give it to you? Now you suddenly see that to listen to Swamiji, why should I open my eyes? You keep your eyes closed and listen. Wow. The seeing, you are seeing, looking, opening your eyes, you are seeing me. This seeing, this experiencing. Am I giving it to you? Definitely not. Do you have a choice? Open your eyes and don't see. Do you have a choice? So continuously in our life, we are seeing, listening, touching, if the breeze is blowing, hot, cold, soft, hard, on where you are sitting down, breathing continuously. So if there is fragrance comes in, that also you are seeing that. Taste is there already in the tongue, but you are not tasting. Now you are experiencing, not tasting. The moment the food is placed, you experience tasting. Experiencing does not begin with your food placed on your tongue. Experiencing is there. Now it is directed towards an object. Are you getting that point, please? Seeing is continuous. Touching it is continuous. Tasting is continuous. Smelling is continuous. But what you hear comes and goes. What you see comes and goes. What you taste comes and goes. What you smell comes and goes. What you touch comes and goes. So these 5 different experiences, we shall call it as the sense experiences, relative experiences. It can begin, you can also stop experience. Stop experiencing means you can stop experiencing an object, you can remove that object. But experiencing you cannot stop. If you are seeing this flower, listen, we are seeing this flower, seeing is experiencing. Experiencing what? Flower. Now the flower is gone. Are you seeing or not? You still seeing. Experiencing, seeing. What? At this moment, nothing. Bring in the flower, experiencing the flower. The flower's presence or absence do not control my experiencing. Seeing is independent of objects that are seen. Listening is independent of sounds that we hear. Touching is independent of what you touch or to whom you touch. Tasting is independent of what food is kept or not kept. Smelling is independent of that capacity, whether there is any fragrance or no fragrance. These are relative experiences. Seeing is not touching, touching is not tasting, tasting is not listening, listening is not seeing. Different experiences. The beautiful next step is all these experiences, are you experiencing or not? Are you experiencing your ears listening to me? Don't answer, just see it inside. Let the answer come in your own brain. Since that thought came up, let me say. So, you are experiencing, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. For all of us is same. You see the flower, I see the flower. You hear the speech, I hear the speech. As much I talk, that much I hear. You taste it, I taste. You smell, you smell. Everything is continuous. Those experiences are universal. Man, woman, dog, monkey, it doesn't matter. That experiences are taking place. Thoughts. Are you experiencing your thought? Yes or no? Yes. If you are experiencing your thought, does it mean, are you listening to your thought? When you say experiencing the thought, it is not the language of the sense-object world. When you are experiencing your thought, it is not listening to your thought, it is not touching your thought, you are not listening to your thought, you are not touching your thought, you are not seeing the thought with your eyes, you are not tasting your thought with your tongue, you are not smelling your thought with your tongue. But you are experiencing. So when you are experiencing your thought, is it a part of listening, seeing, touching, tasting, smelling, or it is knowing? Because I say you are knowing, you don't know. Just like, because I say you are seeing, you don't see. You are seeing, I am naming that function. You are touching, I am naming that function. You are listening through your ears, I name that function. Somebody has named it. You taste something, you are tasting, I name the experience. Same thing, smell. A child doesn't know how to name them all, but experiencing everything. Because he doesn't know it is touching, tasting, that doesn't mean he doesn't experience the five sense of sense perception. But the thoughts when I'm experiencing, even if I don't name it, you are experiencing it, and that experiencing in human language we say knowing. Knowing means what? Because the English language is very difficult. Whether knowing means you know a book or know a person, knowing means also being conscious. Adhinalidan confusion. That is why we have to be very careful in using the English words. For any word is difficult for conveying the truth, but there are certain words which are not at all replaceable when it is Sanskrit. Understand? Knowing. So as much listening is experiencing, touching is an experiencing, tasting is an experiencing, seeing is an experiencing, as much not listening is experiencing, not touching, not tasting, not smelling, not tasting, that are also experiencing. So experiencing includes both what you are experiencing, what you don't experience. It's all experiencing. Now when you shift your thought, can you experience it through your senses? Ears cannot hear. Ears produce the thought of a sound, but they can't hear the thought of the sound. The skin produces the sensation of touch, and that is, impression is created, but the skin cannot touch the impression of the touch. Eyes see, and therefore the thought is created, thought of the object, but eyes cannot see the thought of the object. Tongue cannot taste the thought of the taste. The nose cannot smell the thought of the smell. But those thoughts are known. Knowing, you are conscious. Janamiti tameva bhantam. Shankara says beautifully. Anubhati etas samastu jagat. We shall see that. Janami. Are you listening to my talk? Of course. Or shall you say, my father is listening for me. My friend is, I have asked my friend to listen for me, and you talk. I don't have to listen. My friend is listening for me. Is it so? Your thought, can somebody else know for you? Your thoughts, can somebody else know for you? I know. How? You shall say, my brain knows. Listen carefully. In this time, apart from other type of logic, you have listened to and heard many people giving you the brain dead person, suddenly out of his body experience. Now this is where going to the mysticism and all that. I'm giving you just example only for the occasion. The person is lying down. Many people say that. They get out of their body and is looking at from the top. The doctors have declared him dead, everything. Suddenly he returns and tells everything. Don't be interested in now those things. Understand it as much as simple experience like seeing, hearing, touching, tasting. In-body experience you have not mastered it. Now out-of-body experience I must have. There are some people who are really, what shall I say, curious cats. First to understand what is going on. Anyway, so when these thoughts are there, are you conscious of your thought or somebody else is conscious of your thought? So when you are experiencing your thought, what are you experiencing? Thoughts are moving. You are also experiencing thoughts are not there. You are conscious, thought is there. When you say you are conscious, what is the organ it is? Eyes, ears, tongue, taste, everything? If you say the brain is producing consciousness, now this logic comes, God knows. It's like telling house produces the space. Because you build the house, therefore the space is there. Really? If you're conscious of your thought, consciousness exists. You shall be conscious. What you shall say? I'm experiencing my thought. Hold on to that thought. Maybe for a minute you can hold, just willingly. Be conscious. But after some, thought will disappear. Consciousness will not disappear. Look at this flower. For you to see, the flower is not needed. But I say, insist, please see the flower. When the flower goes away, your seeing doesn't go away. Be conscious of a thought. And if the thought goes away, consciousness doesn't go away. So you are conscious. Child is conscious. Child has started experiencing the whole thing, the moment the body is born, without the ownership that I see, I hear, I touch, I smell, I know, no. But it has started experiencing. It is like you have this, your camera, you have put on the camera in the forest to see to record the movements. The moment you put it, it starts recording. But you are not there to see it. So you bring in later on and look at it. Like a radar, like a drone. They do the job, machine just doing the job. But later on you go and see the recording. The recording has started for the child. The human body, the recording has already started. Seeing, hearing, touching, these experiences are already started. Not only the experiences of seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, smelling, all that stuff, but also is recorded the thoughts. That is how you are conscious of your thoughts. The child gets used to mummy's thought. So the mummy comes, the thought and the form matches. So the child is very comfortable. Stranger comes, new thought, cries. Because what is that? How was he doing that? Conscious. And that consciousness, in the Upanishads, how beautifully it says that. You see the flower? Yes. How do you see your flower? Eyes. Close your flower. Do you see this flower? No. How do you know? I know. What do you know? I see the flower. Now the flower is gone. Do you see the flower? No. How do you know? I know. What? I don't see the flower. But the flower is gone. Can you say you don't see? Yes, eyes are closed. It doesn't see. So you know eyes see, you also know eyes are not able to see now because there is the eyelid has dropped. So you are the eye of the eyes, E-Y-E, eye of the eyes, third eye. What our tradition says, Jnana Chakshu. The eye of wisdom. As when it is eye of the eyes, same thing also, ear of the ear. 2 ears, listening, not listening. Do you know that is listening? Yes, how do you know? I know what? Ears are listening. Now stop both your ear with something. Ear? No. How do you know? I know. What do you know? Ears don't listen. So that is the eye of the eyes, ear of the ears, tongue of the tongue, taste of the taste, smell of the smell, nose of the nose, all one and the same. That is the experience. Experiencing, ears listening or not listening, experiencing, eyes seeing or not seeing, experiencing, tongue tasting or not tasting, experiencing, nose smelling or not smelling, experiencing, the body is healthy, experiencing, I think body is going crazy. I think under 2 days the body will go. Experiencing the capacity as well as the incapacity. Experiencing thoughts. Experiencing forgetfulness, experiencing the presence of the thought, experiencing the absence of the thought. Experiencing how there is one thought which takes precedence over everybody, this I thought fellow. Experiencing, appa, nimmadi, because the thought is not there. Experiencing agitation. So many different types of thoughts are coming. Watch a movie, listen to music, suddenly everything gone. Experiencing the absence of thought. And you feel, oh, it's so peaceful. What is peaceful? You make the peacefulness, the absence of thought, a condition. So once the thought comes, again your peace is gone. But that by which you see, that by which you know consciousness eternally peaceful, you forget. We are so proud to say, I'm living in the house, but you are living in space. Are you living in space? Or the big wall, golden wall, marble wall? How proud you are! Marble palace, golden palace, diamond palace. You can't do anything, sir. You shall sleep in the space. You can eat in gold plate, platinum plate, silver plate, gold, platinum, silver, any rare earth material plate also, but you shall eat only rice. Same stupid rice. The king has to eat, the commoner has to eat. Your eyes shall see everything. Exotic, ordinary. See how strange it is. What we experience have become more important than the experience itself. Or what we see has been more important than our eyes. To see a movie, you get into a stampede and you die. Yesterday, again some people have died there in another temple somewhere. It can be a holy deep, it can be a temple, it can be a political jamboree, even rally, religious rally, Olympic stadium, anything. I want to see that. My seeing drives me so crazy, my body is sacrificed. My listening, something is so crazy, body is sacrificed. Brothers and brothers, this house is mine, this house is mine. What you own is about that is so crazy that both kill each other, that house goes to charity. Am I speaking some nonsense, some epics, mythology, stories, real life stuff? Yes, soon, very soon, the Third World War may start. I'm not telling that it is going to go now, don't tell me. I'm no visionary. This morning they say, if Trump going to he's going to invade Venezuela right in their own country. Today, Putin has told from Russia, if Venezuela is attacked, USA shall be invaded. Eat. Now, now have that. There is a Third World War in the plate, possibility. And Venezuela has said, I am asking my friends, China and Iran. Call it Iran or Iran. If they join, firework. Who will die? The land. Suddenly what is it? Swami, they are stupid politicians. What are you doing in your own home? With your own brother, with your own sister, with your own husband, ownership of the house, ownership of the ornament. So far why you are going? Go to the, yesterday that happened, one so-called, VIP means the political figures are all VIPs. Even the local idiot also is a VIP. So when he travels through the check post, he is not supposed to be asked ticket, nothing. If they ask, he goes there. Do you know whom I said? Boom. It has come in the picture. They have videotaped. That is also a world war. A person who can fight inside himself, extend it. He can fight with his brother, sister, husband, wife, child, friends, state, country, continent, intercontinental, international. You can be a fighter at any level. It all starts. Understand? What you own has become more important than the owner. What you see has become more important than the seeing. You sacrifice your eyes by watching this nonsense, continuously watching into what is that fellow? Cell phone. So after some time, eyes can't. Listening, have lost your listening capacity. So much I'm listening to the ears, listening and looking to my cell phone, I have no contact with my friends. My father is a stranger, my mother is a stranger. I have no time for anybody. Why? Because you marry that one. That's what happened. I hope you understand that. What you see is important, but that by which you see is more important. What your eyes see is important, but your thoughts are important because that will give you the information, the knowledge. But suppose your thoughts are gone, what is the need of your eyes? Now all these memories are very important, but that by which you are aware of your memory is more important. How are you aware? Consciousness. In that realm of thoughts, all the memories, I thought also is a thought which owns of the memories. This I feels very bad. Suppose I say, what was the, you can say, some questions about what is the highest peak in the world? Suppose somebody knows, how excited, I know. The other people, how do you feel? Like a rat. I don't know anything. This fellow who feels proud because of an information, maybe wrong information also, this person who has something is so proud, arrogant. My car, my bank balance, my house. Oh. You show it off the lesser person. When you see somebody bigger than you, will not talk about your possession. Why? In relation to him, he is a worm. But in relation to this warmer than worm, smaller worm, you feel very high and mighty. Who is suffering, sir? One thought. So the thoughts have become more important. The whole educated world, informed world, human beings are proud of their thought positions. You don't know anything. What are you talking? You don't know anything. Have you studied Upanishad? Oh. So you have put all the informations in your head. Shall I worship the book or shall I worship you? Because you are definitely not have more information than the book. So I worship the book. You go get lost. If you give in that logic, the fellow will kill you. Because his importance depends on how many thoughts he can gather. Any of your friends come to that. Your sense organs have no access to the thought. You are experiencing through your senses. Impressions you cannot experience. Impressions of your perceptions you cannot experience with your senses. Consciousness, Chetana. So you are experiencing, the child starts experiencing from the day one. You are being conscious of skin reporting the touches, ears reporting the sound, tongue reporting the taste, nose reporting the smell, eyes reporting the sight. So you are continuously experiencing different experiences at a different level of different sense organs, and this one sense organ experiencing different things different time, that also you are experiencing. So when sense experiences are many and varied, the experiencing, being conscious, one. What you are conscious of? Varied. Not only subtle thoughts, listen carefully, not only subtle thoughts, you are conscious of. You are also conscious of your sense organs, those which are gathering the experiences, sights and sounds and touches and taste. But listen carefully. So in and through these experiences, that one experience always shines consciousness. But your sense experiences are also important, because see this point, your sense organs cannot see the impressions that help to create consciousness. The eye of the eye, the ear of the ear, the nose of the nose cannot see, hear, touch, taste, smell the objective vast universe without these sense organs. Can you just be conscious of something now? Think of your conscious of home. What home? See it now. If you get, with consciousness, if you can see, then close your eyes. Right. See what is there. Some people do that now. They say there is a training for that. You close your eyes completely, and the fellow will tell you if you put a flower there, color there. He will tell you. That power is there. We have not activated. Some people have certain experiences like that. But here, don't get into that extraordinary powers and all. If you want to have it, but understand the general principle. Sense organs perceive corresponding sense objects. True to the perception of the corresponding sense objects, corresponding impressions will take place, and those impressions are known, not seen, heard, touched, tasted, smelt, known by, call it Chetana, consciousness, which is Chakshu cha Chakshu, eye of the eye, ear of the ear, tongue of the tongue, nose of the nose. It is one principle behind every perception. It is the experience in and through all experiences. When the relative experiences will come to an end, consciousness cannot be forgotten. You have got eyelid, to cover the eyelid, eyes cannot see. Stop the clothes, stop the ears with some cotton, ears cannot hear. Stop the nose cannot smell. Don't put anything in the tongue will not taste, or the tongue is burnt. Hot coffee, taste is gone. Eyes are blind, nothing can be seen. Skin got diseased, psoriasis, some terrible skin disease. You have no sense of touch. Do some disease in the consciousness. Swami, my consciousness is blinded now. It is deaf. It is now no smell. It is no taste. Itself, asabdam, asparsham, arupam, arasham, agandham. Is not a sound to be heard, so your ears cannot grasp consciousness. Asparsham is not a touch, your skin cannot touch it. It cannot be touched. Arupam has no form, eyes cannot grasp it. Arasham is not a taste, the tongue cannot grasp it. Agandham, nose cannot smell it. Asaddam, asparsham, arupam, arasam, agandham. And that's something anadi, anantam. No beginning, no end. No childhood, no youth, no old age. In case of the sense organs, rasavat, gandhavat, sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Ears are not asabdam. They will catch the sabda. Ears can report sound as well as silence, can't report consciousness. It cannot report because it doesn't hear it. In the presence of consciousness, the ears are hearing, ears will not know about it. It's like you try it out. You see your eyes. We see your eyes. With eyes you see. Please see your eyes. Please see your eyes. Then what shall you say? You think you are smart. Mirror, your left eye is right eye is left eye. And that's a reflection. So destroy that eyes of that image. Why don't you, when you see the reflection, do you feed your reflection? Do you feed your reflection? The picture, no. So why these thoughts are feeding you every day? I thought is a reflection. Is the name of the I. It's a name of the nameless. As much the thought of the food will not satisfy you, as much the thought of the music will not satisfy you, as well the thought of the smell will not satisfy you, the thought about the truth will not release you. You can have the whole Upanishads in your head, but you can be as dumb and as stupid and ignorant as ever. That's what the Shastra will say, Bharasya vaha natu chandanasya. A person who has got all the information in his head, he is like a donkey. Bharasya vaha. He carries a load of information. Like the donkey carries the load of sandalwood on his back. With the biggest nose cannot enjoy the fragrance of the sandalwood. So the human donkey, informed donkey, shall carry the loads of information in his head, will have no fragrance of living, nothing. Rather, that helps him to be more arrogant and therefore sometimes more devastated, humiliated, disrespected. Even if others don't disrespect him, he is a disrespect in his own eyes. Even after studying all these things, I am nobody. Yeah, that's what it is. Because you are relying on the pictures, the photographs, not on the self. When I is experiencing something, you are experiencing the eyes. When eyes reporting, you can call it eyes experiencing, eyes don't experience, they just report the seeing, but you are experiencing, eyes are experiencing. If the eyes can't see, oh, something happened, my eyes can't see anymore. So you are experiencing, the eyes experiencing. What all these eyes experience, the thought is there, you are experiencing the impressions that the eyes gathered, the photograph that was created in the head, thought. You are experiencing that. That picture will not last. That picture is not owned by the consciousness. There is another I thought comes up. This I thought is the peculiar one, as I told you the morning that example. Again I'll repeat it because that cannot be a better explanation for the ahankar. It's so beautiful. See, you can see that, very beautiful. This is a thought coming for the first time. The last 2 days I am talking, it will be more and more sharpened. Universe is already existing. Anybody created and come? You created and came? Your father? Your grandfather? No, it's already there. Whoever is there or not there, definitely you didn't create it. So whether you accept that he is a God, no God, that's not our problem, that's not God's problem either. Whether he is there or not there, why are we worried? I am here is the problem. Everything has been provided for. Space is there, water is there, earth, all the elements are there. The body also was provided to you. It has a capacity, every capacity it has got. See, hear, taste, touch, smell, run, jump, swim, do everything. It has all the capacity. It's an instrument. Think. As we are growing up, I use the space, use the air, use the water, use the earth, use everything and created a small house. And what do I say? I have built that house. The whole universe looking aghast. What part of the house he created? Space was there, water was there, fire is there, earth is there. Capacity to build was given to his body, capacity to think was given to him. But this I fellow comes up, you call it ahankar, right? Take that example. Just take the example in ashram. 50 years back, 40 years back, their ashram was not there. Okay? Now some people, like your father building a house or mother, something like that. Don't take it personally now, please. You must be understand example as an example. Or take suppose, forget the ashram now. Suppose there is a factory. Your great grandfather, he was a cultivator, but he said, let me put up a small thing on a factory, I'll put it up. So he thought over it, he started a factory and started creating, friendly with everybody, respected everybody, grateful to God also, thank God for everything, and he created a huge organization. It can be a factory, a company, or cloth industry, or any industry, he created it. Very nice, and everybody loved him because he created, but he never took the credit. Those are the days for him, where never took the credit. Everybody is fine. Even to his, ordinary person also, he shall say good morning, good evening, no problem at all. Like this Tata, J.R.D. Tata, one day when he was searching for the place, in his own company, and he saw the workers use the toilet. It was a little bad shape. He did not say anything. He came up, and then when the top executives were meeting him, he said, tomorrow onwards, all of you shall use the workers' toilet. Workers will use other places. He is the chairman. Whatever he says runs. Nobody says that, you may be chairman, but I came and looked at your finance department, therefore your factory is like that. I looked at the personnel, therefore is like that. You don't have the strength to say that. This person did it, and he behaves exactly like a person true to himself, everybody is same. But the fellows coming in between, they take the ownership. This is known as the ahankar. Person comes in between and he says, I did it everything. Are you feeling surprised? Don't feel. The whole body is there. Creation is there. Thoughts are taking place. As a child, thoughts are taking place. Thoughts are happening. Everything is happening. Memories are gathered. Consciousness is there. By the time 7 and 8, this fellow ahankar appears. Like in a built-up thing, the person comes in, appears, and then takes over. You understand the ahankar? You cannot understand it more clearly. Because it's happening inside you. You are taking the credit for a body, taking the credit for seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. I heard, I saw, I heard, I thought, I did. Oh, that I fellow was not there when the preparation was going on. As even you get stampeded, you get overpowered by this one single I thought, you transfer that to wherever you join. Your family, your father's property, your father's everything. But all the brothers will fight. I made it. Did I not add one room there? Did I not put another pond there? Did I not plant 10 trees there? Hey, what about the father? Had he not got that whole place, where was you to plant a tree, dig a hole? If the whole universe is not there, accept a creator or not, what can I do? He improve, all the possibilities are there. You build a house, or build a township, put up another kingdom, still you can't be proud, because what is that yours that you used? Body was given, senses were given, thoughts were given, capacities were given, everything was given. but the I thought comes up, which is not needed. Needed for functioning. I am conscious, I am seeing, conversation, come, go, but not superior, inferior, better or lesser. You understand? How this understanding means what? Whole thing is done, one person comes and joins in the middle and takes the credit, whole credit. I only did it. Oh, really? Whether I have to whole credit or partial credit, you have no business to take any credit. So if you understand that thought and also appreciate all the experience, I am not experiencing, experiences are taking place. There are many, many varieties of experiences. Sound, touch, different touch, taste, different taste, smell, different smells, sight, different sights, thoughts, different thoughts, and the same thoughts also you can build it, emotions, write a poem, write a novel, write a script, make a movie, all these powers are given to you. And look into the mechanical principles of the universe. You can create an atom bomb, you can create a hydrogen bomb. But why are you creating everything to kill yourself? You can make use of it also, best possible way. But the I has gone into comparison mode, competition mode, taking credit for everything. And if somebody doesn't give him a credit, he shall destroy everybody. Imagine what a problem the God should be having. 8 billion people fighting for credit. Even if one fell also, he will be laughing. That is why Daru Bhuto Murari. Jagannath, they say, Daru Bhuto. He is like a wooden statue is sitting down. Or a stone statue is sitting down there. People can come and tell anything. Are you getting that whole picture? Please close your eyes. So the experience, consciousness, always there. You cannot stop it. You cannot ignore it. You cannot dismiss it. Who are you to dismiss? You yourself were not there. I thought was not there. This obstacle, they call it ahankar pishacha, the ghost of an ahankar. It has not contributed anything anywhere, but it wants to take credit everything everywhere. And when 8 billion people try to take credit, what else will be there if not warfare? In your family, it will be a Gurha Yuddha, a domestic warfare. In a society, social warfare, communal, community warfare, provincial warfare, national, international, interplanetary also. If you go to the other stars and planets, you will export this warfare into other planets. Understand. Who have to understand? Only this I. Body doesn't need understanding. Sense organs don't need understanding. Shabda, sparsha, sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, forms and names, they don't need understanding. Thoughts don't need understanding. Consciousness doesn't need anything. Only this I, who takes credit for, in his own little physical world, he takes credit for every experience, every thought, every perception, every idea. The same one jumps into the world around to say, I created this planet, or I created this big city. I created this empire. appears suddenly. Like your body, in the beginning of it, there is no I. For 5-10 years, until everything is built up, the I is not there to take the credit. It's not that it comes up to take the credit, it comes up to describe it. But in time, it starts taking the credit. It's like telling a lie for 10 times. Suppose you say, I had helped him, lie. Then 10 times you tell that lie, you would like that fellow now telling, I stopped the India-Pakistan war. I told India-Pakistan. 50 times you have told, now it will become truth in history. This is the ahankar. I saw, I heard, I touched, I read, I only studied, I got the job, I got married, I did this. Now you are completely fossilized a falsehood and you are living a false life. I. So much so, it shall go on dismissing the universe. It was already existing before him coming. Call it a creation or a creator. He shall think he is more important than the creation. Forget the creator. In the creation he is creating everything, but he shall say he is more important than the creation. What to do? You join the company, low management or mid-level management, then you say, if I am not here, the whole company will collapse. See, friends, why you are in a mess. And once you recognize that experiences are relative, comes and goes, impressions also come and go, the experience which is not a sensation, not a perception, not an impression, not a thought, not an idea. Ever existing eternal. Then pick up that I, choose with an idea. Nimitta matram bhavasabhya sachin. Hey Arjuna, be an instrument. Make your I as an instrument and not the owner of the instruments. The fellow who is lived with strong idea and internalized, I have done, it will be very difficult for him to consider he is an instrument. Because it is self-deluding obsession. I have done. He will suffer, he will make everybody also suffer around. But once you see the truth, you ignore that. It doesn't touch you. It's like the person tells the king, I have built the palace. The king doesn't even ignore it. He doesn't even recognize it. Ignore it. Who bothers? So remember that. The oldest thing in this room, physical world, space. But the physical world is not the ultimate. Through your sense organs, you are taking the physical world into yourself, and the thoughts are happening in consciousness. See, if I say, what is the most oldest thing, ancient thing in this house? It is not the house, it is not the creation, it is not the space, it is not the body, it is not the thoughts, it is not the sensations, it is Chetana, consciousness, Chidambara. Shivoham, Shivoham, Sarvam Shivamayam. You can't say, I am only Shiva, others are not. Shivoham Savastvam. I am Shiva, you are Shaba, you are a dead body. No, Shivoham, Shivoham. Just listen to that, don't chant. Oh, I said don't chant. I said don't chant. You're not listening. You listen to the chanting. Thank you, friends. Thank you.